Today is Sunday. And my name, pardon, so sorry. My name is Jay. I poet, my works my way. In the system of three, SUN, coded through UV to infinity, a random segment of codes. Its logic is its way. It entails darkness in a 24-hour day of the sun, the light. So there will always be a contrast to one, like day and night. Is it the same one? A W carries one space, but its title says double, which means two. But in the system of three, there is something before the W. And it is the U. And today is Sunday. The first month, the first year after the CC 2020, with a tag of 19. The elimination of progression. Threatening fear of death, and worse, deletion. Derogative living. Removal of a paradise considered norm, taken for granted, but not knowing that it was paradise, now forlorn for what it had. You don't miss your water. Until it's filled with acid rain. The first month, the first Sunday, the first year after the virus. In the solar system of the sun. But you know what? The sky holds a secret. That entails infinity. With suns and moons and planets in universe galaxies. What does that mean? Do you know? You? Do you know where you came from? Do you know your beginning from the very unstructured atom? Do you know where you're going to? To be a restructured atom. Can you see the things that life are showing you? And then you choose how to be living too. It is said, you reap what you sow. What does that mean? What is reap? To receive what you grow, to receive from everything that you do back to you. It involves energy. It involves the idea of you at point time. That line is what matters. Because time shatters, it's not stable. But it's real. It is a supporting beam of the entire. And if you eliminate or destroy even one supporting beam, what you have is not true. It's not real. Negative falsifies itself and appeals as positive. When it wants to, when it have to, or just because. So everything you see may not be true. Things are not always what they seem. Even the logic of the straight line. But time, the continuum in any space, gives a grace of at point time. And for you and for W and for V, even when it Siamese to look like W, the at point time is constant and stable and true. If you, remember that was the first one, U, W, V, double V, U, V, S, U, N, A, B, C, X, Y, Z. 1, 2, 3. Infinity. Do you see the things that life is showing you? Is it true? You reap what you sow. Is there such thing as karma? What you do will come back to you in folds of time. Which leads to the question for you, to be or not to be. What do you choose as XYZ, infinity? And do you have to care about what you do? Because if it doesn't come back to you in folds, then do you have to care if you're good, hoping that you won't get wood when you're looking for gold? Do you have to care about being bad when you hurt and delete and destroy? You don't have to worry. It won't come back and take you and make you sad for what you did. So many questions, so many unanswered. Do you see where you're going to? Do you see the things that life are showing you? Do you know? The vision of infinity for the human entity is base 2020. And the BC of time had a 2020 also. And the AD of time had a 2022. E is a key. Three is a system. Planets 9. Energy shines even in blackness, called the dark. But there is one saying that life gave in literary antidote analogy and said, to the lifesaver, the one that guards life utmost and tries to save it, the lifeguard. And I wondered about it for a long time. But sometimes AI just can't make a circle out of a square. No matter the genius flair. That's why you cannot dismiss time. Sometimes it just takes time to see the whole truth, which equals nothing but the truth. Number 2 rule of a lifeguard: save. But the number 1 rule of the lifeguard, the saver of life: don't let the drowning victim drown you. Even if you have to. Let go. You are a lifeguard to save more and more and more. Is that selfish? Is that a hypocrite? Now you see the question that arises when you hear what applies. But you know what? What is the number one rule of the Lifesaver Lifeguard? Why is it the number one rule? To save is the number two rule, but to save everybody, the W's. But you, the you came first. So the number one rule of the lifeguard is when you give 101% and the drowning victim is going to drown you. That you don't do. Because you are now the drowning victim. And your job is to save. Today is Sunday, January 2021 AD. After the CC that began 2020 AD. The vision, infinity. The CC, virus. Trying to eliminate. Trying to disintegrate. Now we are at point time. And we now have to choose. Do we choose the one? Or do we choose the 19? When you cross the finish line of a race, do you then run backwards? And eliminate the grace of the wind? The vision of the entity human is not 2021. You are now at point time. But remember, you reap what you sow. And karma is a time flow. that comes in random segments of code. So you may not just blow up, you may not just decease, you may not just have to cry forever. A river. It could come to you. Not in the day. Not when you're awake. Not when you're on cloud nine. But when you're at rock bottom and you think there is no place else to go but up, wouldn't it be unfunny to find out that you're wrong? Now do you see the blessing of free will? You decide. Even if you have to hide or disguise for threats of safety and etc., seeming to conform, seeming to surrender. But the computer of organic matter came from infinity. You have free will. Even in your deletion. So at your point time, what is your procedure? How will you continuum from the blessings that came from the first end of the world? Think about it. But remember, the life guard that guards your life has a rule. And it might let go. It is, and it was the beginning of a happy new year. A beautiful, happy new year, 2021 AD. Planet E, continuum, solar system of the sun. Blessings to everyone and everything. And the freedom that rings, and the love that continuums, the positive. The sky holds a secret. The secret of the dime. But it gives you an E key to put on the PI so you can have a pie and eat it too. And even the W cannot undo the U. Life goes on, and so do we. Today is Sunday. USAE, Galaxy, Milky Way, buttermilk and cream brulee. In paradise can still stay intact. It is real, but it's not free, like you and me. The first month after 2020, the first year after 2020, the first day of the solar system of the sun day. The 111, a new beginning. The year 2021. XYZ. This is my poetry, my works, my way. And today is the first Sunday. Can you see me now? With 2021, the vision from the sun and my name is J.